dice since it's leadership and leader.
Yep.
So let's give it a go. 1.
Well, nothing. You shot to. What do you say to try to use your inspirational? Ah, my God, inspirational aura.
Good question. It's like, uh, it's only one monster. It can't stand up to all of us.
And well,
Very
you try.
inspirational. You're being
Yeah.
recorded.
People are already bleeding.
You're being
But-
recorded.
But it's to me, and just later another scream. Try to approach Dragoslav without being attacked. She has. Then she still has 4 complication. No, 2 difficulty, 4 complication. Alright, she can buy off pin. Do you try to defend yourself, Dragoslav?
I mean, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, it's just a question.
No, I mean that literally. Is there an option that does me better if I don't defend myself?
No, not really.
Okay, so just roll my best resilience, was it?
Yes.
Which is basically 3s.
You only need 1 success, basically, to stop it.
Well, how about
Yeah,
I give you 2?
You managed to just dodge out of the way as one of the claws just lands very near to your face, but you're too agile for
Things are really better in the real world.
leave.
Okay, I'm going to do a mixed action.
Oh.
Just because I want to do a complicated action, and I think that has to be part of
Alright.
a mixed. I'm lashing out with my spear and trying to basically block it in to complicate.
What do you mean?
Like basically get up in its face with the shield so that it can't really maneuver.
I say it's grapple action.
It's no, it's not a grapple. There's an actual thing called complicate
Oh,
where you
let's see. Complication.
Page 118, complicate action.
that's the one.
118.
It's the same page pins on. That's the
Sure.
only reason I know.
All right. Well, in that case, you're gonna roll me, might close combat or stamina close combat. Yeah, stamina close combat.
Okay.
I think you have +1 difficulty just because.
It's 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm rolling. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you need to roll an attributed skill.
Could I use stamina instead of close combat? Oh, I mean athletics instead of close combat, or
Yeah,
no?
sure.
Okay. So that boosts me up to a 7.
All
So
right.
if the
Question 2.
difficulty was higher, that would be 1 success.
No, it's good.
Okay. So yeah, now it has a 2-point complication that if it doesn't buy off, it fails whatever it tries to do next.
Thomas, what are you going to do?
Does she still have hold of my spear, or did she drop it?
No, your spear is on the floor.
Okay, so I'm going to try to grab my spear and just throw it at her. Because that's the best I can do right now.
Yeah.
Alright.
You can.
Alright, so I got I have a bruise on my dominant hand, and I'm maimed, and I have acid burns. So is that just
No, that's you don't really have. You just need to pick up your spear. That's not really.
okay?
That's
So
fine.
well, what about the throwing it at her part?
Well, that's well, difficulty plus 5, so that's gonna be hard.
Okay.
Let me see.
You
Let
know
me see
what?
because no, wait, I might be wrong on that. Just maimed effect.
And we should be
Yeah,
getting
no, no.
momentum every time those complications perk up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah. Well, if you fail your roll, I think momentum +1 difficulty. Oh yeah, it's if you get from yeah. Um. Yeah, for that you're gonna get +4 difficulty, so you can get 1 point of momentum. Or you. Sorry, I'm not. I'm not 100% familiar with the rules of combat yet.
I don't think any of us are.
All right. Well, I'm still going to go for it. Oh, dang it! That's not what I want. 4 successes.
Wow. Well, wouldn't you know it? You managed to attack her with a spear.
So, despite having a busted hand and acid burns,
Yeah.
well, Pistons for Fists are still activated, and that still worked with throwing weapons.
Yep.
So, I just knocked her down. I just knocked her prone.
She really starting to look bashed up. Like there's multiple fractures on the skull. One of the hand is bleeding heavily. Again, it's not blood that come out. It's some sort of dark, gooey pus. You're not sure. It's kind of disgusting. But she's on the ground, prone, and in a very bad situation for her. And it's time for Dragoslav.
I have a question about how stunts work.
Yes.
Do you declare them before or
No.
after and use up successes to do them?
After you roll, you can declare any stunt you want with your successes.
Okay, so I should just roll first and then okay.
Yes, and
Secondary.
just-
I'm looking at
she-
the stunt emptying the clip, which is 0 successes itself, and you have to make a check afterwards to see if you have to reload and everything like that.
Mhm.
But my weapon has the returning on it, which means that would that just be a free stunt?
Let's see. What does returning do?
It's basically my weapon's just basically reloading itself.
No, return. You might have returning is when you fired it. When you launch it, it comes back to you.
Right, but
That's
I'm
what
saying my
returning does.
bullets are basically returning. I'm
Oh,
using it
your
in the
bullet-
same context.
Ah.
There's that sniper rifle basically that has returning
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, it's basically it's basically free.
Okay. All right, so I'll just make the roll now then.
I mean, wait.
I mean, is
let
your
me-
pistol automatic?
Sorry. Let me see the stunts first.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right. I didn't check to see if my pistol was automatic. It's not. Never mind. It's a whole pointless discussion that we
damn.
just had.
Yeah. So
I could have
that's
put
alright.
automatic on it, but then it wouldn't have returning either way. Something for the future. I'll take this gun apart and I'll make it better.
Yep. So yeah, she doesn't have any defense.
All right. Well, let me make the roll first. I haven't actually rolled anything.
Yeah. Sure, but
All right. 5 successes.
wow. So you can basically do a critical hit,
Which means an additional injury.
which means you do 2 health damage. Oh no, initial injury condition, not an additional health thing. Yes, no,
Well, that's the
it's
thing, though, is if she fails the to get rid of the complications from pin, she automatically gets another injury anyway.
Yeah, no, that's right now. She did manage to get.
No, I'm
to
just
buy it
saying
off.
that if I pinned her
Yeah.
again.
No, but you can. Yeah, you can do critical hit if you want. Or you
I
can pin her
guess
or
we're
just
all getting better
damage.
now, so there's no reason to keep holding her back as I've been doing. So yeah, sure, why not? Critical hit.
All right, so describe me how you kill it.
Bullet flies through, hits her in the skull, ricochets across inside the skull a couple times, hits straight down through her
Oh.
body, and I guess she's got those dangly bits hanging down there, just like she gave birth to her own intestines, her own, and then the bullet flies back and reloads itself into the gun.
Well, it's Aztec mythology. That actually might happen.
Yeah, and without any more pump of ceremony, she just stopped moving. There's nothing else, and silence come back into the planetarium.
I will
Uh,
end the recording.
Given
Uh,
our knowledge of occult so far and knowing what this thing is it actually dead or do we need to send it back?
Yes, it can die.
Okay, good. Good to know. Not a vampire or zombie. Got it.
Also, since I don't know about, was it Liv? Liv is the one that did the turning it to day thing.
Yeah.
Since I don't know about that, I will also turn off the planetarium's program so that it's not running this eclipse thing.
You turn it off. But the planetarium just go dark, but nothing moves. Nothing seems to change.
when the thing falls down, so does Thomas, and everyone just hears him whisper, "Oh, thanks, sweet merciful Juno."
Yeah, Thomas is not looking great. He has like burns all over his body. His clothes are gone. Yeah.
Not having points in a skill, does that give you like negatives or anything?
No, nothing. You just roll less die. It's nice.
And mechanically, does Thomas have injuries or bruises
Yeah.
or?
Yeah, I got plenty.
I mean, are they bruises or are they injuries?
He has a bruised and a maimed injury.
Thomas, come here. I think I could help you.
Thomas is not.
No,
getting
wait. I
up.
see that you can't get up. I will come to you then. I guess I'll try some first aid.
Alright, it's intellect medicine. Difficulty 2 for the bruise, difficulty 5 for the.
Yeah, no, I'm shooting for the bruises, but if I
Yeah.
get good enough, I mean, nope.
No, you try, but each time you try to pick up the pieces of glass in his hand, he squirms, and you're not sure if you're helping or if you're just pushing the pieces of glass deeper in. It's
Thomas, do not punch the glass. It is a harsh mistress that will stick with you for a long time, like your alimony.
So looking around the room while he's helping patch up. So there's obviously the dead body on the center table, but is there,
torn
say,
in
a dead
half.
Martin Jones?
Mara Jones, you don't know. You go near him, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. My question was, is he even here?
Yes, he is here.
Oh, okay.
He was presiding the sacrifice.
Sorry. I just have a question. Would
Yes.
this healer knack cover the acid burns?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
You need to spend
Then
one momentum and roll an X skill.
Well, I think it's only a momentum if I want to use it more than once. But
Oh yes, you can. Sorry.
yeah, no problem. I understand the confusion. Okay.
So it's a medicine guardian healer roll.
Okay, so I can't use empathy instead.
I mean, I don't see you like.
I mean, it's magical and
Yeah, I guess you
like
can use empathy. Yeah.
yeah. Sorry.
No,
if
yeah,
you don't think it works, then
No, I guess you can.
Doesn't work.
Oops.
No, you try. You put your hand on him and try to. Shh. It's gonna be all right. Let me. And you can. You do not feel the power flowing, and you just. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, that doesn't quite work.
You guys suck at first aid.
To be fair, I am better with the non-living materials.
Lance, you go near Martin Jones, and he seems
Yep.
to be breathing. He has claw mark on his face, and he seems to have fallen down and hurt his head badly. So he's out cold for now, but he's not looking super good, but not life-threatening. You think?
Okay. So I may have had some rope from like the hiking kits that we got earlier, so I'll just sort of like tie up his arms behind his back real quick.
Yeah, sure.
And then of course like wave Liv over. It's like whenever you get done over there.
Wait, you mean the cult leader, right?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I thought you said Martin Jones was not life-threatening injured. I was like, I thought he was dead.
No, he's not dead. His injuries are not life-threatening, but he's
The flayed guy.
hard. Oh no, the flayed guy was. You don't know. Like you can look at him, but you have the creeping suspicion it's Francisco.
Okay, sorry, I thought the flayed guy was Martin Jones, who you were
Nope.
saying was not in a life-threatening condition. I was like, wait, I thought that
You
guy
know,
was.
it happens.
I thought that guy
He
got
was flayed
stabbed
and
through
stabbed
the.
through the heart.
Dead, though.
Yeah, stabbed
Yeah,
through the
yeah,
heart
he-
and flayed. I thought he was dead.
Yeah, just no skin.
Well,
and,
he's flayed and torn in
nice
half.
heart.
So yeah, he's. Yeah, you might have got a mid-clan to get him back if you want to.
Oh, poor Francisco. You were such a terrible mountaineer and not very good at leading us, as a matter of fact.
Lance will give you a slow clap. Very inspirational.
Please do
Oh.
not give my eulogy if I die today.
To be
I think-
fair,
or anytime.
I'm pretty sure I'm closer to that than any of you. Thomas uses his spear as a crutch and basically pulls himself standing upright. Do I have any pockets?
Not anymore. I mean, you can. You can try to craft a flesh pocket, but it's not going to be very convenient or
Yeah, I didn't
painless.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
You're naked and burned, and it's cold.
I mean, is there any reason why I couldn't keep trying and bandage him up? Or do you only get the one and done?
I think you can only do it once per day.
I gotcha.
I mean, if you have any supernatural living skills, you can go as you want, but
Well, what we could do
no.
here is I could
first aid only once.
cut your arm off, and I could make you something pretty awesome.
You can, but you know, you have a boo boo on your hand, and he wants to cut your arm off.
Wait a second, let me see. What's the wording on this? Is an arm considered an item?
No.
Okay, because I was gonna say, if
The only reason I would allow you to cut my arm off is if I could then beat you with it.
well, then I would certainly not cut your arm off. I mean, considering that the legal ramifications there is that you're not going to beat me with your still attached arm.
Well, still, at least we found Francisco. The Chilato will be happy that this is over. They might not be happy about this.
We do still need to look around for any cultists that were smart enough not to leave the building into the swarm of sphinxes.
Yeah, outsiders
And-
probably just like, "Oh my god, ah!"
And
No,
you
yeah,
know,
stop now.
and we do have to check for that girl the kids mentioned.
Right, this is only one body so far. I was expecting a few more.
Me personally, I'm just gonna look for clothes. That's
Ah,
all. That's,
yeah,
that's my only concern right now.
I am very pointedly not looking anywhere downward when I look in his direction.
Closer to, yeah.
So I suppose at this point we're going to clear the building. Should I roll indisputable analysis and then scour the place?
Yes, you can.
All right, so judge and I suppose academics.
Yeah.
Can I ask,
All right, so this is for the analysis bonus.
ask one
No,
more quick
sorry.
question?
Yeah. Yes.
Titles. How do you use
Yes.
titles?
Basically, you can spend a point of legend to use your title. It's gonna give you a scale enhancement. So basically, scale is when you're far better than someone, like say you're giant against normal human.
You know, I don't
Your
foresee
success.
how long does it take for legend to come back?
You can sacrifice things to your parents, to your divine parents, once per session without requiring any roll, and gain back 1 point of legend. You
Could
can do
I
matches.
could I have used my legend to imply my title to then improve my successes on the medicine check?
What's your title? Let's
The
see.
clever undefeated inventor. I am rather
Nah.
clever, and that was an
You are-
intelligence roll for the medicine
You are,
check.
but it's not. It's more on uh, it's not really a neither title, so not really for that one. Sorry.
All right.
I think you technically can use them like paths too.
What?
I think you can invoke them as if they were one of your paths.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the healer calling at all.
I know. I'm just.
So no.
I was just adding as what you can do with a title, not
I was
not in a
created, so
specific
you
instance.
create you.
So yeah, you can do me an with cunning. Sorry, cunning. I guess academic roll for the whole building if you want.
Okay, cunning
With 3
academics.
enhancements.
That is 10 dice for me with 3 enhancements. If I fail this, laugh at me.
6. That's enough. So you find there's a bunch of spare clothes. Most of them are, big coats, cultist robes, that sort of thing. That's something on the list. The
Mhm.
rest of the building, there doesn't seem to be any cultists that are still left, and there doesn't seem to be many cultists at all. But Thomas and Dragoslav can tell you that there was many more of them. There was Wendigo and many more armed cultists, but they managed to defeat most of them before being taken in. Um,
Right, and I imagine my followers will probably report on the numbers that they've taken down too.
yeah, and you cannot find any trace of a missing kid, unfortunately. Well,
Well,
you do find traces that she's been here, but you're pretty sure after going through the notes and things like that they tried to sacrifice her and it didn't work. And so you're pretty sure they disposed of her body.
right. Well, I'm still going to make sure that I can find out where they did all the burials so we can give you some proper burying later on.
You can manage to find it easily. They basically just dug a hole. Dug a hole near the observatory. It takes you half an hour to find it, and takes you an hour to properly dig because the ground is very much frozen and there's a big pile of snow. And yeah, there's at least 5 bodies that you can find, all flayed and missing their hearts.
Well, that'll take some time to identify. Well, I guess this more or less wraps up the observatory then. We have basically all the evidence we need. We have the leader in tow. The cult is more or less dismantled. The only thing that really remains is the town. My duplicate's still alive, right?
Is
How's that been going? Like, what's the status?
basically, yeah, the other David and David helped the kid hide because the few cops got kind of nervous and they didn't fire on the kid, but they tried to gas him and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Mm, it's kind of pandemonium back in town because you got the help of two Scions and one duplicate of a Science,
Yeah.
some with a cow purview. But like most of the kids are hidden home or in the shopping mall or that sort of thing, and the cops are trying to put out fires and just find most of the kids, but there's the odd number really.
Right. I think at this point, given our investigation through the administration and their various letters or any notes that they've taken, um, how much of the police force is actually wrapped up in this?
All of them.
All of them.
Do we
Well,
have a list of other members of the cult as well?
Yes. Most to personal effects and cryptic notes left with names. They weren't really careful about that.
so what we can do is we can go back in town. We have an army still. Demand their surrender and do a capture instead of a full assault. And I think that would be the best way to finish resolving this. They don't have anything left. And they're also very busy with other things, so it should be easy to capture individual groups.
Right.
All we have to do then is just make sure that the prisoner stays captive for now. I think my followers can help handle that too.
Yeah, they can. They have eaten a bit and they
Mhm.
feel less grumpy, so they might
And they
just
got a
not
nice
devour
warm
him.
building all to themselves now too.
Yeah, so they might just not devour him.
Good.
Yeah.
I will definitely make it clear to Sparrow. It's like this person may very well have extra information that are important to the Telatl. And Seth would very much like to make sure that he gets there.
All right. Let's make sure we don't kill anyone else. We definitely have enough evidence to have them all put away for life.
Yeah, you have a bit of a body count, to be honest. Like there's at least 10 people that have died due to Sphinx related
Yes, yes.
issues.
I'm saying let's not do more killing.
You know, they sacrifice one child, we take out two of them. You know, it's a fair trade, right?
Hail Hydra.
All right. So I think it's time to go back in town, coordinate with my duplicate with the rest, and do some capturing. How do you
That
want to
is
handle this?
that is very easy. You really don't need to roll that much. You have 2 Scion, 1 duplicate. It's really easy to just the cops are scattered, outnumbered, and most of them, as soon as they see you going with Sphinxes, will surrender immediately. They value life a bit more than they value their cult.
Right, that's fair. Still, so I'll go ahead and start wrapping that up now that we have like a large amount of captives and the scenario is at least settled. I'll congratulate all the children on their brave efforts and try to make a public announcement to the town or anyone who's coming out to see what the hell's going on.
I have
Most
a
people. Yes?
question. Oh, you go first, Vaughn.
No.
First Vaughn.
Yeah.
No, Vaughn was also saying something. You go first, Vaughn.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm going to try and identify which people died and if they have family that was not in the cult.
Like 6 of them had kids, and yeah, like 4 of them didn't have any family, but
Yeah, Liv is gonna
yikes.
take
Liv
the.
is livid.
Well, yes, she is livid, but she's gonna take the burden of breaking that news. Uh, we didn't happen to murder the parents of the two that directly helped us, right?
No.
Okay, good. In that case, I would like to invoke the boon companion fate binding again to get that extra enhancement.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, your parents were eaten by Egyptian mythological beasts.
Turns out that your parents were pure evil.
Yes, I'm trying to be tactful here, but
Yeah, roll me empathy presence. Boon companion. Let's see. Boon companion.
I think that gives me enhancement equal to.
So you have 2 enhancements, but it's gonna be it's gonna be difficulty 3, complication 2 because yeah.
Yeah, this is
Psychology apply.
okay. Does soothing presence apply?
Serving presence. Let's see. Yes. No, sorry, no, absolutely not.
Okay. Can I invoke emotional aid?
Emotional aid? What is it? What
That's
do you
my
mean?
that's my roll path.
Yeah, you can. So what does invoking path do again? Damn it, so many things.
It does a lot of things, but in this case,
Yeah.
plus 2 die.
Yes, you can.
You know, this is a this is like, I don't want to screw this up and have them swear vengeance on us.
Oof.
Wow.
Reroll your 10.
Yeah, that's
You have an
that's
advancement
not
of
good.
3, so you need another success.
Come on, fingers crossed. Ah,
Yes, you can.
good. Okay, just barely.
Yeah, there's a lot of crying, kicking, and just. They understand what happened after you. They know what they kind of know what happened. They went, but it's extremely hard on them.
Yeah, that's not going to be an easy pill to swallow, no matter what
Yeah.
happens.
You're pretty sure they don't blame. They don't like you for doing it, but they understand why it had to be done. But they can't like. You're pretty sure they
Yeah.
won't get swear revenge on you in 10 years. They come with a shotgun and but they most of them really they just want to get out of this town and they don't want to stick around you.
Right, no matter
Yeah.
what's said or how they take it, it's still gonna take a while to process all that.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
take years of therapy.
Yeah. It's
So
just
yeah.
trying to break it as gently as possible so that they don't completely shatter into an emotional wreck.
Right, so you're going door to door. Meanwhile,
I'm
I'm trying to make a general announcement.
honestly, they're tough kids from what you can see. They get it's gonna be super hard, but they might get over it. Like they will, but
Yeah.
it's gonna take time.
The
Yeah.
the
On Valence's
question
speech.
Yes.
the question I was
Yeah.
asking, just to make sure I had the scope of what was going on. You said the guys were more willing to, or they thought their lives were more important than their cult. Who was
At
that?
least for the cops.
Was that the cops?
cops.
Okay. I was say because
the
this
cops.
seems really to be a doomsday cult, which doesn't make sense that they were prizing
but
their
once you-
lives.
Yeah, once you say once you dismantle their cult, once it's no more, they're like fuck it, they don't have anything else. So
Right. So I just wanted to make sure who
done.
we were talking about there.
Yeah,
Most
cops.
people are a lot more willing to kill for their cause than die for it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is a let's bring about the end of the world cult, so they're
True.
about dying for it.
true, but you know they're not. It
Well,
was
I
razor-
understand.
Yeah.
I understand that you're saying that for the cops now. So because the cops are just protecting the cult, they're not
Yep.
the cult.
They're not. No, they're not. They're in it because the chief is in it, but they're not.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to put that in perspective since I'm new.
So yeah. So Lance, you do a big. Does any of you contact any outside forces or like police from another town or things like that? Or
That'll definitely be on my itinerary, I think, because we don't need to be the ones to handle every single person here.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna contact anybody, but I am gonna post a quick short film that I've made with very good special effects budget to YouTube and see how much of a, how much money I can garner from that.
Oh, God. Why
Ad
do I have the
revenue.
feeling Why do I have the feeling it's going to be called lol, watch this guy get burned compilation?
Well, it's gonna be like all those other combat videos where people do these weird choreography scenes, but mine has also a weird special effects monster in it. That seems
But
pretty
that's
cool.
the thing. Most of your video here is going to be one or two people pinning someone to the ground and just wailing on them until the
yeah. Do you want to post it as a fake one or a real one?
Oh no, it's fake. I'm obviously I'm posting it as like, hey, look at me and my friends do these cool special effects things, and also filmed from a first-person perspective because the hero in the end shoots it with a gun
Yeah, because
that's being held by the cameraman.
yeah, because sounds are real. Like video fights gets around.
Yeah, but I'm posting it as a film for the general public, a short
All right.
video of a fight happening, so that my channel will take off. I'll get ad revenue and maybe get signed on to some people.
Yeah, it's hard to say because you just posted it and you're not like.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
in
think
1 week
brutal
it will.
monster fights might actually be against YouTube terms of service.
Well,
They're not though.
Yeah, better to do it fake if you're gonna post.
No,
it
they're
really
not
depends.
though because
But
no,
I'm sure
I
there's
could.
somewhere-
There's
there's somewhere to post
friendly,
it.
it should be fine.
If you
No.
post that as a movie, then it's fine.
Well,
Like,
no, it's short film content because there are plenty of directors that do post monster fights with horrific looking effects on them
Yes.
on
Right,
YouTube.
but doing real fights would be against terms of service.
Right, but this monster is clearly a CGI monster. There's no way it could be real, right?
Exactly. So you posted as fake.
no, I mean no, that's not true. Like it's.
You say that from the point of view of the fantasy perspective that we're all living in the Scion world, but I'm posting it to YouTube for normal people to watch.
Of course, but normal people watch science fight too. Like it's not out of the question. There's
It's
a cult
common
of
knowledge.
science.
It's
Yeah.
common knowledge that scions and monsters exist.
I see what you're saying now. At the same time, prove that's not CGI.
Emmerich, I'm going to need
Sure.
you to write out YouTube's privacy policy on this issue.
Well,
Basically,
okay, chat is telling me that I need to post it to World Star because YouTube will demonetize it, so that's what I'll do.
Oh yeah, that's true.
it's probably, but yeah, no. Basically, you can in the Scion one. Yeah, that kind of video is like every
Expect.
week's. Yeah. You have site full of it, like archive fights for popular science.
Sure, but there's got to be less people posting content as themselves because there's got to be less Scions than there are humans with cameras. So,
Oh, yeah,
first-person perspective of a Scion fight has to be a little bit more unique.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. It is more unique. And very few Scion really have any manage their social media presence. Most of them are kind of worry about being fate bound, but some of them don't care. In general, science of deity of beauty, prosperity, and that sort of thing, they crave attention. That sort of intention. But science fights, yeah, there's a large public for that, and science fights that film themselves, yeah, I love that because most of the time it's someone with his crappy phone just trying to to record the fight and get
Oh man,
killed halfway.
even better. I'm recording it in AR
Yeah.
goggles, right? So if you had
Yeah.
a VR headset and watching this, you could be in
You
the
can,
fight.
yeah.
You,
So it's
Marketing,
gonna...
man. I'm marketing it too. Actually,
Yeah,
no.
it's
Later on, I'm gonna have Lance market it.
it's probably gonna take off. That much is true.
I'll negotiate with Lance. Terms of service agreements.
We'll start up a costume line.
Honestly, the only thing you might get demonetized for is Thomas Wiener appearing on screen sometimes, Bun Wiener. But
Well,
that's it.
Post that one to Pornhub.
Oh my god.
Hey, anything goes on Pornhub these days, even non-porn stuff. This one just happens
I
to
guess.
have Wiener on it, as you say.
Burned Wiener.
But I mean, all the skin is burned off. So.
Yes.
Are you saying that somebody's
Someone-
not into that?
Yeah, somebody might.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
Speaking of skin burned off, I'm going to find a hospital.
There's not really an hospital. There's doctor though in the
Well,
town, but
Well,
we've
you're in luck. There's a free bed you can go rest in.
without any magic things, it's gonna take 2 weeks to heal up. Wait, 2 weeks or more? Let's see. Maimed. Yeah, 2 weeks to heal off completely.
all right. Well, I'm still gonna find a doctor. Just-
Oh yeah, the doctor is gonna provide you with medical aids. Clearly.
and
Uh,
hopefully painkillers because that is
Oh yeah.
getting burned by acid kind of requires that.
Yes.
So you're going to recover. Someone's posting on YouTube. I'm setting up announcements, informing people to come pick up a bunch of captives, and probably telling the town, like, look, here's how you need to like rebuild your community defense, because obviously last time it got caught by a cult. Here's how you set up an oversight group.
All right.
Did we find any like weaponry inside the cultist facility?
You could have found many obsidian dagger,
Okay, then
rifles.
I'm gonna.
What else? That's basically it.
All right, so I'm
Firearms and obsidian dagger.
gonna one obsidian dagger or multiple obsidian daggers.
Multiple.
Okay, so then no one's gonna care if I take one of each and like one dagger and one rifle and sacrifice it to Mars. Just
Yeah, you can.
I'm
I
gonna
guess it is worth asking, what do we do with all this weaponry?
How many different kinds of weapons are there?
There's
I
antique rifles and guns and shotguns.
Because I would like to at least reverse engineer a couple of them.
You can.
I mean, I assume the authorities would like to get their hands on most of them, but
Well, thing is, the mayor was kind of head of a cult. The police was on it, so there's no real authority in town left.
We're the authority, and I'm helping them rebuild
Yes.
right now.
well, I mean, I'm
Basically.
assuming we called like the county sheriff, the FBI.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
You call anyone?
well once I'm alone, I'm gonna call in some favors from the Legion.
All right. So
See, that would be my path, I think.
yeah.
But I mean, I'm making just anonymous tips to the FBI here.
Is there no association that exists in this world, since this is a world where scions and monster fights and everything exist, that you would report something like this to?
Generally,
really.
it seems like governments would work along with scions on most issues.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
is there
there's-
like a United Nations Scion committee sort of thing, or?
No.
I had something like that in one of my games.
In most states, Scion do not have any legal status, and authority just try to work with them without bothering them too much. But
Really?
for this kind of thing, you would call the FBI.
That's like the first thing you do when people start showing up with superpowers, is you legalize the hell out of them.
I had something like that in one of my games, and ironically, it was run by a scion of Loki.
Yeah, it seems to be a little bit informal, but that's probably okay for. our
Yeah, it's
purposes.
informal because no one really wants. You don't really want to say no to someone whose dad can level, can cause earthquake, and tsunami.
And
Uh,
apparently, it
I
also
mean, they
gives them the leeway to say, "We're tired of your crimes. We're actually going to bring you in on them now."
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, so you have.
I mean,
It's
I'm sure mortals have their own like. Oh yes, the police department. This guy's homicide. This guy's mystical monsters. This
yeah.
guy's
Basically, since mystical monster exists, there's no really special
Oh,
department. It's kind of expected. Yeah, sometimes shit's happen.
something I didn't read, but I have to ask now. Does this Scion,
Yes?
does Scion take place in the same world as the rest of World of Darkness?
No,
Okay, so hunters don't exist.
no. But well, some people are monster hunters, but there's ordinary mortal, cultist, or science.
Well, I
But
just meant
there's
like
no.
when you're talking about the humans have somebody to go after this if they go out of control. I was just thinking the hunters that have no powers, they just have high technology, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
An assassin is still an assassin.
Basically, if you misbehave, like the government can try to annoy you and they can try to restrain you, but it's more likely that another science is going to come to try to stop you from just shitting everywhere.
They send
It's
Captain Atom after Superman here.
Yeah.
it's more likely your big brother is just going to come kick your ass.
Yeah.
So
All
Actual
right.
deity-related crimes. I like that.
So we're all contacting a whole bunch of people and doing a bunch of work through the night. It seems.
and I am threatening
And I'm
was it
doing all.
Drogov to
Eh,
make sure that no one can see my face if he posts.
So, how long do
and
you stay here? Meanwhile, like until the authorities arrive, for me, it's like Lance is taking charge of everything to try
Right.
to.
I'm gonna stay
Yeah.
here until the situation is entirely resolved and all these people are like handcuffed and taken away somewhere.
At
Yeah.
least 2 weeks, so I can move without pain.
Yeah, basically, because the roads are nearly unpredictable, the only way in or out is a train that don't come often. But after roughly 2 weeks, um, you can intern will arrive. The county sheriff department, basically, real policemen and women will come
Mhm.
to try to calm down the situation. And strangely, a bunch of legionnaire will also come. You don't know why, but like there's a bunch of armed.
They're plain closed, so
All right, so yeah.
it's a secretive cult.
Well, I don't know. You can call the legion if you want, but yeah. So a bunch of people arrive and try to calm down the situation a bit. Uh, Basically, you thanked by the local sheriff county for having helped the town and probably saved a lot of life. Uh,
After taking a lot of lives.
well, you know, sometimes you cannot do much. What did you do
To
with
be
the call?
fair, if we were more aggressive and more brutal, we probably could have actually saved Francisco.
What did you do with Martin?
uh,
Locked up with the rest of those bastards.
yeah. I imagine we probably have some questioning for him over the previous 2 weeks of like, are there more of you? What's the larger cult, etc., and just clarify everything.
Basically, he's acting kind of alone. He's kind of a crazed man that thinks he can. This world is corrupted by the false god, and this world needs to end for a new one, for a pristine new one to begin a new kind of basic Doomsday Titans cult.
Okay.
Really. It's your first encounter with them, but it's fairly normal. Um, while the thing is, Miguel will take the body of Francisco, the remains, and thank you all, and say we'll go back to Mexico City to giving a proper burial.
I will also hand over to the Teilotl the hummingbird that I have. That
All
was
right.
Francisco's.
Let me note that. So you're not trying to take it. Cool.
That is correct. And of course, I'll go ahead and say, like, the next year we're happy to help in this situation. We're just glad that this could all resolve, well, good in the end, I suppose.
Wow. Could have been worse. Could have been a giant sesame destroying the town. So you did pretty great, in your
Oh,
opinion.
here's some of the information I got. It's possible they might try to do a similar ritual in the future. I suppose this will help you look out for it.
You will take the information, and once again, thank you, and assure you will take this to whoever might be more capable of handling this than him. You, David. David would have just one day told you, basically left a note, told you he's back to Chicago if you are in area and you want to come by one day.
Right.
Sure. Uh,
And Miguel probably just vanishes into the night on a hunt or something.
no, Miguel. I told you Miguel went back to Mexico to give
Oh, okay, yeah,
propaganda
he
to
goes.
Francesco. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I don't think none of you use momentum to do an action related to your virtue. So.
No, that's kind of fallen by the wayside. I don't know how to use it yet.
Well, momentum give you more dice. Yeah, you just that's as simple as that.
Well, I mean the virtue part of it too.
When you use momentum to do an action, that's I'm virtue. Let me find the correct page so I can virtues. Virtues. Here it is. All right. Every point of momentum you spend to augment a roll with a virtue, receive an additional dice per point of virtue track. Wait. Oh, you don't have to spend momentum. Yeah. Basically, every time you do an action that aligns with one of your virtue, you slide towards it. So in that case, Lance, you would have slide 1 point toward justice.
Okay, got it.
And every time you spend momentum to reinforce an action that is with your virtue, you gain 1 extra die per momentum spent per point of virtue. Thomas, I don't think you did Goddess and Kinship. No, leave. Guess leave. You can slide 1 toward Audacity.
Okay. I mean, there's nothing audacious about trying to punch a 9-foot-tall monster with a shield.
Yeah, getting frickin' destroyed in a fight is kind of a blow to the ego for some.
Yeah. But yeah. So basically, you kind of left. Kind of find yourself. The town is under control as far as you can tell. And the big question is, like, you four did manage to take down a pretty powerful Titan spawn with the help of each other. But what are your plans now? What do
I'm
you wanna
going to
do?
Disney World.
Oh,
Sorry,
well,
sorry,
I'm planning to go
I
back
had
to
to.
California. You could go to one of the ones over there.
I had to make that joke.
Isn't that Disneyland in California instead of Disney World?
Yeah,
Or
it's
is it the opposite way
Disneyland.
around?
Disney World is Florida.
So congratulations, we're heading in the same direction.
But hey, my character's in California too, so
But you know, I do
I
like that
assume
you,
we at the very least all exchange information. It's like,
yeah.
oh, we worked good.
I'll probably look over to Dragoslav and say, like, I'm Glad you put up that video. That should help me out a little bit, actually, putting it out there. Would you like to come back to California with me? I've got a whole studio if you want to work with that.
That sounds very interesting, yes. If you want, you could all give me your contact information and I could tag you in the contents of the video.
Lance goes ahead and hands you a business card. That should be everything right there. What about you, Liv?
Just here, I'll just give you my normal information, not my business information. I try to keep the Scion thing, quiet.
Well, if
when
you're ever in the state, you're welcome to come by.
when Liv says that, Tom turns to her and says, "That's an option."
Well, I mean, don't talk about it. Don't use them in public too often. Like I said, I threatened Dragov if he didn't put if he put my face in that video.
Remind me though, Liv, why did you come out here?
Little birdies told me,
Oh, I have that habit.
literally.
Another order.
I love how no one is surprised by that.
Well, if you end up with any more orders like that, I'll be happy to help you if you're willing to do a little back for me. I definitely need someone a little bit stronger than I am around.
No problem. Always happy to help.
Yeah. Sphinxes are always nice, but they do lack a little subtlety from time to time, as you can tell.
Meanwhile, during this whole conversation, Tom's looking vaguely upwards. As after a moment, he's like, "Oh, there's my ride."
Your ride is a train right now, so
Yup, we're all going back on the train.
It's a train in the sky.
no, there's no train in the sky.
The Doc Brown train.
Well, I have a giant bird. I thought I should use it. Saves a train ticket.
It's a bird
I
called
imagine
Train.
there's now a few cars full of sphinxes going with us.
Yeah, what am I concerned about money for? You're paying like 20 chairs for for the sphinxes.
Yeah. All right. So I guess that kind of wraps it up then, doesn't it?
Yeah. At least for this session today.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Uh,
What did we get for experience?
Yeah, I was going over that. You will accomplish your long-term goal because that was finding Francisco Garcia Mendez,
yep,
which
that was the
you
band
did.
goal.
Bingo. You reach milestones, so that's 1 point of experience, 2 point of experience. Did someone achieve any short deed or long deed term? For the
I
character?
might have accomplished both of mine.
All right.
I don't know if my short term would have counted.
What is it?
It was to protect someone, but since it was only party members there,
Yeah,
and
no,
I'm
you,
kind of the one who got Francisco killed. Yeah.
yeah, you didn't really protect someone, unfortunately.
I got mine. Mine was just meet someone or something supernatural, which
Yep.
kind of happened
You did.
immediately.
I toppled an authority today.
You did.
Yay.
And I guess I inspired the kids to stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, goals complete.
All right. So it's a group story. So let's see. 1, 2. No, 6. All right. 6 point of experience for everyone, and 7 for those who have accomplished the short-term goal.
Where do you track experience on this sheet? Is it under legend?
No, there's nothing. So I put it in the note basically.
So
Did-
6, and then +1 for every goal that wasn't the band goal.
Did,
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we manage to spend more than half our momentum at any point?
Nope.
Nope. Shame.
You were 1 point short of it. And I keep telling you, use momentum, but you didn't listen. So that's your loss, not mine.
Well,
Hey,
we'll try to remember the future, I think.
I was
Gotta
using
be
it.
more
I was just
generous
trying
with
not
it.
to be too greedy about it.
All right, so that was a bit chaotic. I'm sorry the story was a bit chaotic because we had a bit of a rough start with 2 players dropping out, and
2
Oh, I think
gentlemen.
we all understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. These
Especially
things
since one of those players was kind of the one you built this story around.
yeah, a little bit. But that's fine.
It's okay. We still had the investigators who were hired to solve this do it. It worked out.
So, that's it for today's session. Next week we're gonna play. I'm gonna. I have planned for next week. So my throat is sore.
Mm-hmm. Right then.
All right. So, does any of you want to spend some experience?
I'll probably need to figure out how much things are. What page is the experience stuff on?
185.
185. I have 12.
I'm gonna spend 5 on a close combat bump.
All right.
Skills, a knack.
So I'm gonna look at your long term, just real quick. That's Runa. She doesn't have any long term. I'm gonna just put.
I guess I might go investigate next, and if not, maybe I'll increase an attribute or skills. I think that's gonna be my
Leave.
plan.
All right. Taurus, you already accomplished your long term. Don't erase your long term goal. All right. It's when
Okay.
everyone has completed it, you gain experience.
Okay.
Oh shit! That I forgot about. I forgot about goals for deeds for data. We'll look at that together.
It's alright. I didn't have one, so I didn't have one.
And I guess the
We'll
other
think
two
about it later.
short terms.
You can have other short terms if you accomplish your short terms deed.
Okay, so write in 1 new one or 2 new ones.
1 new one, please.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just write in new for now.
Just keep one ticked because when you all complete your long term, band, and short, you gain 1 point of legend.
Nice.
So you are legend 2 against.
Oh, very good.
But now you must wait until everyone gain a point of legend to gain another.
Okay.
So wait, what was that? I'm sorry, I just missed that.
So what?
What were you saying? I just missed that. Were you talking to everybody or
When you
just
complete,
Griff?
yes, just Griff for now. But once you complete a deed of every short, long, and bend deeds, you gain 1 point of legend.
Okay.
But
Sorry,
no
I was
rest-
reading the XP costs of things, and then I heard
It's all right.
your Legend 2. I'm like, wait a second, what did you just say?
No, only Griff right now is Legend 2, but he has to wait until all of you level up to go to Legend 2.
All right,
so
in this
you're well
game-
known.
Right. So people can get there first, but nobody
So,
advances beyond everyone else.
Yes, you gain 1 calling dots of your choice.
Ooh. So 1 calling dot. Trickster or leader would be really good. I'll have to check that out. I'm gonna go ahead and write a note for that right now. +1.
Doesn't he also get a boon?
No,
Um,
it's level 3. You gain another boon.
I think when you get a calling, do you get a knack at the same time, or do I have to pay
Nope,
for that?
you have to pay for knack, but you
All
can
right, guess
activate
that's
more.
where my experience is gonna go.
You can activate more knacks.
Yep. So I'll probably end up doing that. I think that's what I'm gonna look up in the future here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break then. Get some
All
lunch,
right.
stare back at this, and catch you guys later.
All right.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for
Take
running.
care. If you have
Thanks for running.
anything you want to say, critiques, things you like, didn't like, just don't hesitate to message me or anything. Teta, if I'll catch you later, maybe tomorrow, because you have a game tonight. For your goals, for your character deeds. Sorry.
Right.
And I'll see you all next time. Bye.
See ya.
See you next time.
Peace.